Webigail on the web with your nutrition news flash. Today we're going to be discussing fiber, specifically dietary fiber. I'm going to be using most of my information I got out of that book right there. The specific definition of dietary fiber refers to non-digestible by human digestive enzymes, carbohydrates, and lignins that are intact and intrinsic in plants. Plant cell walls consist primarily of dietary fiber, 95%. And so if you consume, plant foods, you're providing yourself with fiber in your diet, obviously. There are different types of dietary fiber: cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, lignin, gums, beta-glucans, fructans, and resistant starches. Soluble versus insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is fiber that dissolves in hot water, while insoluble fiber does not dissolve in hot water. Generally speaking, vegetables, wheat, and most grain products contain more insoluble fiber than soluble fiber. Soluble fiber generally delay gastric emptying, increase transit time through the intestine, and decrease nutrient absorption. In contrast, insoluble fibers speed up intestinal transit time and increase fecal bulk. So delayed or slowed gastric emptying helps you feel satiated longer after you finish eating, which means that you will be less likely to eat something sooner after you eat. If you have a meal that contains more fiber, you're going to be feeling fuller longer, and you're less likely to snack later on, which is good for people who are trying to watch what they eat or their calorie intake. Fiber also has an impact on your glucose response, which is important for diabetics, and it can prevent absorption of certain lipids because if you have so much of the food that you're eating goes through your GI tract too quickly, it's not going to have enough time to pick up the nutrients that you need in your diet. So you want a happy medium with things. I have here written down, too much fiber can cause a decreased absorption of nutrients via shorter transit time, like I just said, enzyme reactions that can occur, and so on and so forth. Most people, or a lot of people, don't necessarily get all of the fiber that they need in their diet. Diet should consist of fiber-rich legumes. Legumes contain a lot of fiber per serving. By legumes, I mean black beans, kidney beans, lima beans, navy beans, pinto beans, etc., etc. You need your daily allotment of fruits and vegetables, since we know that plant cell walls contain dietary fiber. And then you also need at least 3 servings per day of whole grains. As we know, you need half of all your foods to be whole wheat, whole grain. And so whole grain, you're not processing it so much that it does contain more fiber than your white version. So your most fiber-rich source in legumes would be navy beans, which contain 19 grams of fiber per cup. As far as fruits go, one of your highest that I have here in my list is a pear. You have about 5 grams per pear. In vegetables, broccoli has 5, as well as collard greens. Okra that's been cooked contains nearly 6. What you need for your dietary reference intakes. Men need more fiber overall than women do. When you look at a nutrient, the nutrition label on packages, and people say you're getting 25% of your dietary fiber intake, they're basically putting that to 25 grams. And women between the age of 19 to 50 need 25 grams. Okay, men in that same age bracket need 38 grams per day. I will have a list of the rest of your fiber needs also on the blog, so that is that. I'm going to be doing 2 more videos today, so check back. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm not eating fiber because I don't want it to get in the way of my nutrient absorption. Well, that's crap. That was a joke, but not intended.